Hey, it's me, Ananya, your story guide. Welcome back to the FunNest YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. It just wouldn't feel the same without you. So tell me, how have you been? Did anything exciting happen recently? I'd love to hear about it. Why not drop a note in the comments and let me know? Oh, and before we get started, don't forget to grab your snacks or get comfy. Because trust me, today's story is one you won't want to miss. Okay, quick question for you. Have you ever stumbled across something that felt out of place? Like maybe you were out exploring and found something mysterious, something that made you wonder, why is this here? Well, today's story is called The Voice in the Well. It's about a boy named Jake who finds something just like that, a really old, forgotten well hidden in a quiet, overgrown field. Sounds intriguing already, right? But here's the twist. As Jake gets closer, he hears faint whispers coming from deep inside. And when he leans over the edge, he hears a voice. Yep, a voice, calling out to him from the darkness below. Creepy, huh? But wait, it gets even stranger. The voice asks for his help and promises him anything he wants in return. Now let's imagine this for a moment. If you were Jake, what would you do? Would you take the risk and try to help, or would you turn and run as far away as possible? I'd love to hear what you'd do. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. But hey, no pressure. Let's dive in, see what Jake decides, and discover the lesson his choice holds for us. Ready? Let's step into The Voice in the Well.
In a quiet countryside, surrounded by dense forests, an abandoned well stood in the middle of an overgrown field. Silent, yet mysterious, a curious boy named Jake approached the lonely well, drawn by faint whispers echoing from its depths. Jake leaned cautiously over the moss-covered edge, his heart racing as he peered into the darkness below. A faint glow began to rise, accompanied by a soft, pleading voice. "Help me, and I'll grant you any wish." Jake hesitated, his mind torn between fear and temptation, the promise of a wish weighing heavily on his thoughts. Gathering his courage, he tied a rope to a nearby tree and lowered it into the well, glancing nervously around the silent field. From the depths emerged a shadowy figure, glowing faintly and holding onto the rope. It appeared fragile, yet carried a mischievous aura. The spirit thanked Jake and said, "One last thing. I'm bound by a riddle. Solve it, and I'll be free to grant your wish." The spirit's glowing eyes gleamed as it asked its first riddle. "What belongs to you, but is used by others more than yourself?" Jake sat down, his brow furrowed in thought, scratching his head as he pondered the question. Memories of being teased at school flashed in his mind, his classmates constantly calling out his name. With a spark of realization, Jake exclaimed, "My name!" The spirit clapped slowly, a sly smile spreading across its face. "Well done," said the spirit. "But I have one more riddle. What is your greatest fear?" Jake froze, startled and uncertain, the question striking a deep chord within him. A dreamlike haze unfolded, showing Jake's memories, moments of loss, and the fear of being abandoned after losing a loved one. Frustrated and emotional, Jake shouted, "Why does this matter?" The spirit replied calmly, "To grant your wish, I must know your truth." Looking at his trembling hands, Jake took a deep breath and admitted, "I'm afraid of being left alone." The spirit's glow dimmed as it whispered, "Truth is powerful. Now, you must decide." Jake asked, "What do you mean?" The spirit explained, "I can grant your wish or stay here. guarding this well so no one else falls into my trap. With determination, Jake stepped back and declared, I won't make a wish. Stay here to protect others. The spirit smirked, but looked impressed. Wise choice, it said. You've earned something greater than a wish. Wisdom. The spirit faded back into the well, leaving Jake standing alone in the quiet field. As Jake walked away, the well stood silently in the background, its glow fading into darkness. Jake helping a friend in a similar moment of temptation, showing his newfound wisdom. The countryside bathed in the light of a serene sunset, as Jake reflected by a tranquil stream. The abandoned well, faintly glowing, suggesting the spirit still waits for visitors, who must face their own truths. Jake experienced the quiet satisfaction of wisdom earned, knowing that the greatest virtue is found in selfless sacrifice.
Wow, what an incredible story, right? It really makes you think about the choices we make and how they define who we are. Jake's decision to leave the well untouched wasn't just about walking away. It was about realizing the importance of doing what's right, even when it's hard. So, what did you think of Jake's story? It's amazing how one decision can teach us such an important lesson, don't you think? This story reminds us that sometimes walking away from something tempting is the bravest choice we can make. I'm curious, did this story remind you of a moment in your life when you faced a tough decision? Or maybe it brought back a valuable lesson you've learned before. If it did, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And hey, if you have any story ideas or suggestions, feel free to share them too. Who knows, your idea might inspire our next adventure. If you enjoyed today's story and my story guiding, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out and allows others to discover and enjoy these tales too. And if you know someone who loves a good mystery, why not share this story with them? Stories are always more fun when we experience them together. Don't forget to subscribe to FunNest and tap the bell icon, so you'll always be the first to join me for our next adventure. There are so many more stories waiting for you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Until we meet again, take care and stay curious. See you soon. Bye for now.